The thing about being a meteorologist is that you never stop working. I'm out here walking my dog, checking the cloud formations. You'd be surprised how much you can read from the clouds before most people have had their morning coffee. My name is Daniel Guertin. I'm a meteorologist for Trafigura here in Geneva. I've had a passion for weather and forecasting since I was about 5 or 6 years old. I grew up in Florida, where we were impacted by hurricanes and thunderstorms and lightning, and I developed a fascination with the weather from as long as I can remember. It wasn't until I was in secondary school that I realized you could actually have a career in meteorology, so I decided to pursue that. When I was in graduate school, I always just assumed that my career would be in television or teaching or maybe the military, but here I am in the commodities industry 30 years on. I've worked at banks, utilities, and hedge funds, but I chose to work at Trafigura 5 years ago because commodities are at the heart of everything. We understand these markets better than anyone I've ever worked with. We have the right tools, the right infrastructure, and the right people around us. There's never a day when the weather is not impacting supply, demand, and pricing. My role is actually quite broad. I provide weather updates to gas, power, oil, and metals, and I also get calls from the shipping team on a regular basis. For example, in the summer, we care about air conditioning demand spikes in the USA. But here in Europe, we're actually much more concerned about renewable generation, including wind generation, solar generation, and hydroelectric generation. The winter is a different animal altogether. We care much more about heating demand across North America, Europe, and Asia. My day normally starts around 4 o'clock in the morning. I work the first 2 hours from home. My main task there is to look at what has changed overnight. My goal is to get my reports into the traders' inbox as early as possible so that by the time they get to the office, they have all the information they need to make informed trading decisions. Outside the office, I'm actually an outdoor person. I spend a lot of time skiing, hiking, time by the lake, I go sailing. So in a way, I'm looking at the weather every day of the week, sometimes for work, sometimes for personal hobbies, and sometimes a combination of both. The most rewarding part of my role is seeing how my research and communication can have a direct positive impact on Trafigura's bottom line. As weather becomes more extreme in certain parts of the world, it's going to have an even bigger impact on commodities and financial markets. Trafigura is well positioned to stay ahead of that.